Hello friends, welcome back to the channel Techno49. I hope everyone is safe. In today's video, I would be talking about important interview questions that is generally asked during the interviews. For more workforce management call center Excel related videos, please subscribe, share our YouTube channel, which is Techno49. So before proceeding with the video, I would request you please let us know that how you think about all the videos I have uploaded in the comment section. If you like it, I would request you please share all these videos so the people who are trying to get into workforce management or Excel or operational team, so they can have better understanding of how they can crack the interview. So now let's start with the interview. I have provided answers at the end of this video, so please try to see that how many questions you have connected, and if you have corrected all the answers, please just mention in the comment section. So now let's start with the video. Let's start with the first question we have. So the first question is that average talk time is option A, total talk time divided by calls answered. B, total AHT divided by total call answered. C, call answered divided by total talk time. Second question, what is RMSE in WFM? Option A, regression mean square error. B, root mean square error. C, ratio mean square error. Next question is that call work or after wrap up percentage is option A, total handle time divided by total call work time. B, total call work time divided by total handle time. C, total call work time divided by calls answered. Next question, if in a given interval 15 minutes we have 100 agents staffed ready to take calls and 75 of them are actively engaged in helping customers, what would be occupancy? Option A is 75 divided by 100, B 100 divided by 75, C none of above option. Last question is that average abandon time is option A, calls abandoned divided by total wait time to abandon calls. B, total wait time to abandon calls divided by calls abandoned. C, calls abandoned divided by total calls answered. Please see, please see the complete video, pause the video, think over it, and to see that what would be the correct answer. So now let's start with the answer. So the first question is that average talk time is, so the correct answer is that total talk time divided by calls answered. So the correct answer would be your option A. So now let's go to the second question, what we have. So the second question we had, what is RMSE and WFM? So the correct answer we have is root mean square error. Let's go to the third question, what we had. Call work or after wrap up percentage is. So the correct answer we have total call work time divided by total handle time. Let's go to the fourth question, what we had. Question, if in a given interval 15 minutes we have 100 agent staff ready to take calls and 75 of them are actively engaged, so what would be occupancy? So we know that the formula for occupancy is total productive time divided by total available time we have, including the total AHT time plus avail time. So the correct answer would be option A, 75 divided by 100. And the last question we have is average abandon time. So the correct answer is that total wait time to abandon calls divided by calls abandoned. So the question here is, what is the primary role of a real-time analyst in a contact center? Option A, forecast future call volumes. Option B, schedule agents for shifts. Option C, monitor and manage real-time adherence and service levels. Option D, conduct training sessions for new agents. Please think for 3 seconds what could be the correct answer. Correct answer for this question is option number C, monitor and manage real-time adherence and service level. So the primary role of a real-time analyst is to monitor and manage the real-time activities or the adherence which is happening in the contact center in the real time and to maintain the service levels. And to do this, to avoid any kind of breaks, unproductive boxes, team meeting, coaching that can have negative impact on the staffing. So it is mandatory to have the staffing levels to be adjusted during the spikes in the call volume to make sure that the to make sure that the service level and the average speed of answer should be maintained. Next question we have, which tool is commonly used by real-time analysts to track agent adherence? Option A, Microsoft Excel. Option B, customer relationship management software. Option C, workforce management software. Option D, email. Correct answer for this question is option number C, workforce management software. It includes IEX, Variant, Blue Pumpkin, and their other softwares that is being used in a contact center to manage and to track agent adherence, real-time activities, and other overtime activities, what actually agents are doing in the real time, to plot any kind of overtime, to make any changes in the schedule. So these things are included in workforce management software tool. Next question we have, if a spike in call volume occurs unexpectedly, what is the best immediate action for a real-time analyst to take? Option A, send all agents on break. Option B, alert management and request overtime or additional staffing. Option C, stop monitoring adherence. Option D, ignore the spike and continue with the current schedule. Correct answer for this question is option D, ignore the spike and continue with the current schedule. In case if there is a spike in the call volume that is not, forecasted. So, so the best immediate action for a real-time analyst is to ignore the spike and continue with the current schedule, which is plotted in the software tool. Real-time analyst cannot send all the agents on break, and at the same time, real-time analyst has to alert the management about the sudden spike in the call volume so the right kind of action can be taken to maintain the service level and average speed of answer to ensure that sufficient staffing is available to handle the spike in call volume, which will help to remove any extra workload on the existing agents. Avoid any kind of unproductive boxes. It could be team meeting coaching. That will also include any kind of training going on. You can have the agents who are on the training that can be back on the call. This will also include any other kind of addition in the staffing. Next question we have, how can a real-time analyst help ensure that service level agreement are met throughout the day? Option A, by forecasting future call volumes accurately. Option B, by conducting weekly training sessions for agents. Option C, by adjusting agent schedules and break times in real time based on call volume. Option D, by setting up new hiring process. Correct answer for this question is option C, by adjusting agent schedules and break times in real time based on call volume. Real-time analyst needs to maintain service level throughout the day by adjusting agent schedules during the requirement in case if we have sudden spike in the call volume, so the schedule of the agents can be modified. The break timings can also be changed to ensure that we have the optimal staffing available throughout the day to answer the incoming workload or the incoming demand what we are getting. So this will definitely help us to maintain the service level and average speed of answer, which are the main KPIs for any of the client. Next question. Next question we have, what key metric should a real-time analyst monitor to manage agent performance effectively? Option A, customer satisfaction score. Option B, average handle time. Option C, real-time adherence. Option D, net promoter score. Correct answer for this question is option C, real-time adherence, which has to be monitored by the real-time analyst to manage breaks, schedules, overtime, which can happen on the real-time basis. What is the primary goal of real-time management in a company or call center? Your options are A, long-term strategic planning, B, immediate decision making and response, C, historical data analysis, D, employee training programs. I would be providing answers along with the question, so please think for the 5 seconds. What could be the correct answer of this question? So the answer of this question is that your option number B, immediate decision making and response. Generally, what happens in the real time management, you have to act immediately according to the situations you have in front of you. It could be any kind of IT issues, system issues, allocating overtime, highlighting any unproductive boxes to the operational team to make sure that you have the right number of people available to handle the incoming workload as per the forecasted volume. So this is kind of very important step. You need to understand that what kind of details you can have and create the good environment when you have all the people are taking calls according to the situational based scenarios. During the high call volume, you can have the support staff also to be logged in case if there is a avail time or idle time going on, so you can have the coaching feedback pending to be done. Now let's go to the next question what we have. Next question is that in a call center or company, real-time management involves your options are A. Analyzing historical call data, B. Predicting future call volumes, C. Monitoring and responding to current call center activities, D. Conducting performance reviews. If you know the answer, please mention in the comment section. Correct answer for this question is option number C, monitoring and responding to current call center activities. It means that whatever happening in the call center on the real time, it could be any kind of unproductive oxes, high call volume, lesser staffing, high shrinkage, absenteeism, any kind of IT issues, system issues. So that needs to be responded immediately on the real time management to make sure that all the things are under control while meeting the service level and the average speed of answer as per decided by the client and the company. So now let's go to the next question what we have. So the next question is, which of the following is a key benefit of real-time management? The options are A. Improved long-term planning, B. Enhanced employee training programs, C. Increased operational efficiency and responsiveness, D. Streamlined historical data analysis. Please think for 5 seconds. What could be the correct answer? Correct answer of this question is option number C, increased operational efficiency and responsiveness. So it means that as a real-time management, you have to involve in each and every aspect of day-to-day activities that will help to increase the operational efficiency. It could be improving the AHT, CSAT score for the company, and other KPIs that has been decided by the company and immediate response to any kind of situations. So that will help to streamline the process and to narrow down any kind of negative things that can happen. Now let's go to the next question what we have. What role does technology play in real-time management in call center? Your options are A. It has no impact on real-time decision making. B. Enables data collection and analysis for immediate response. C is solely used for long-term strategic planning. D delays decision-making processes. Correct answer of this question is, the question was, what role does technology play in real-time management? So the answer is B, enables data collection and analysis for immediate response. So it means that what kind of technology we are using while doing the real-time management, it could be having different kind of softwares, tools to be implemented to enables support team or the operational team to manage the data in a very efficiently manner to track all the agent activities. So real-time management is kind of very important in terms of using the technology. And if you have the technology, so you can increase your real-time management view in a very larger context. So that will definitely help. So now let's go to the next question what we have. Which industry is likely to heavily rely on real-time management for operational success? Your options are A. Agriculture, B. Manufacturing, C. Information technology, D. Historical preservation. Correct answer of this question is option number C. Information technology. There could be other industry also where we are using real-time management, but we have to provide answer on the basis of the options what we have. So the most suitable option is information technology, that consists of customer services, hospitality, or any other kind of industry where the important needs are there on the real-time basis. I had if call volume is high, service level would be, if we have call volume is very high, so in that case what's going to happen, service level would be lower. So the correct answer is C, service level would be down. Question number 2, what is conformance? Conformance means that actual minutes irrespective of adhered minutes divided by scheduled minutes. So the correct answer is A. Question number 3, if there are 100 agents, we have 30% of shrinkage. So what would be the number of agents? So the correct answer is B. 100 divided by 1 minus 30%. Question number 4, what is schedule efficiency or formula? So the correct answer is 1 minus absolute required minus schedule divided by required. We use absolute here to negate any kind of negative values, to offsetting any kind of negative values. Question number 5, if occupancy is higher, what happens? If the occupancy is higher, so the correct answer is that agents get back-to-back calls. Question number 6, if average speed of answer is 0, so what would be service level? So the service level would be 100 because all the calls are getting answered within 0 seconds. Question number 7, average call work is calculated. The correct answer is total call work divided by calls answered. We are talking about the average call work of the complete call work of a day. So it would be calculated by total call work divided by calls answered. Question number 8, what are the steps including in scheduled process? So the correct answer is A. Gather historical data and analyze, calculate workload, creating staffing requirements, creating schedule, and then monitor real time. Question number 9, if occupancy is higher, so service level would be lower, would be decreased. So the correct answer is B. Service level would be decreased. Question here is, for a real-time analyst in a call center, what are the main key performance indicators to indicate the effectiveness of managing call center metrics and supporting optimal agent performance? So this kind of question can be asked in the interview, that how we can manage the call center metrics and ensuring that how we can optimize the agent performance, how you can convey your message. So you can provide answer by saying that service level adherence indicates how well the analyst ensured that call center service levels are maintained. Example, 80% of call answered within 20 seconds. It is essential for maintaining high customer satisfaction. We know that service level is call answered within threshold divided by total calls offered. So the service level could be anything. 80% of calls or 90% of calls could be answered in 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or 40 seconds, depending on the contract between client and the company. So on the basis of that, you have to take actions in ensuring that how we can maintain the high service level that will help us to maintain high customer satisfaction. In some of the company, client monitor interval wise service level, or in some other companies it's a day level service level. So you need to ensure that what kind of services are being used in your company in which you are working, and on the basis of that, your first priority is just to make sure that how we can increase the service level, how we can reduce the average speed of answer. That will help us to increase the customer satisfaction. After that, we have average speed of answer. We know that average speed of answer is total wait time to answer calls divided by total calls offered. So this tracks how quickly calls are answered. Analysts want to keep this metric within target ranges by monitoring and adjusting agent staffing in real time. As a real time analyst, you need to make sure that what kind of targets you have, how the changes need to be adhered to. In case if you are seeing any sudden call spike, what kind of changes you need to do in the agent schedules on the real time basis. That will help us to answer all the calls as soon as possible by making changes to the schedule, and that will also increase the service level. We need to have very low average speed of answer. If customers have to wait on the line, so it means that their calls are not getting answered as soon as possible. So that's a very negative point for the company, and the customers may disconnect the call. That will give as a negative impression for the company. That will also reduce the profitability for any of the company. So this is very important metrics. As a real-time analyst, you need to keep an eye on average speed of answer. After that, we have forecast accuracy. This measures the accuracy of call volume and staffing predictions, which is crucial for workforce planning. Higher accuracy indicates effective demand forecasting and schedule management. Forecast accuracy means that how accurate your forecast is. Suppose you have forecasted 1000 calls and the actual call volume is 1500. So there's a gap of 500 calls. So the forecast accuracy in that scenario is very low. So you need to ensure that how we can increase the forecast accuracy, because whatever forecast has been done on the basis of that, agents or the resources have been aligned to handle the incoming workload. If you have higher forecast accuracy, that means that you have very good forecasting methods to be used, that helping you to have the high forecast accuracy and schedule management. On the basis of that, you can make changes to the agent schedules. After that, we have occupancy rate, reflects the percentage of time agents spend handling calls. Real-time analysts help balance this to avoid overworking agents and ensure responsiveness. We know that occupancy is for how much time agents are actually assisting the customers, excluding idle avail time. Any kind of coaching, training time will not be part of occupancy. So occupancy would only be the productive time that the resources are giving to the office related work. So as a real-time analyst, you need to strike a balance to make sure that you have very good occupancy rate, and to ensure that the schedule that has been given to the agent, they are adhere to that. So that will help us to keep the very good staffing level. If the agents are not adhering to the break or the schedules, so the occupancy rate would be higher and there would be extra workload on the existing agents, that will lead to the low service level and higher average speed of answer. Customer satisfaction would be down. So you need to keep an eye on the occupancy rate by managing the schedules of the agents. After that, we have adherence to schedule, monitors how well agents stick to their assigned schedules, with the real-time analyst adjusting resources as needed to optimize availability. It is very important the agent should be adhere to the schedule that has been given to them. If the agents are not adhering to the schedules and they are taking break, lunch, whenever they want to have, so that will reduce the staffing and that will have negative impact on the service level, average speed of answer, customer satisfaction would be down. So how you can optimize the schedule adjustment, and as a real-time analyst you need to keep an eye on that to make sure that agents are adhering to the schedules, that will help us to increase the productivity in very efficiently manner. By that way you can increase the client KPIs, it could be service level or average speed of answer. After that, we have real-time schedule adjustments, evaluates the ability to make on-the-fly adjustment in response to call spikes or declines, aiming to maintain service levels. It means that real-time adjustment, if you are seeing that as a real-time analyst we have very high call volume, so at that point of time you need to freeze the brakes for the agents for some of the intervals so the call volume can be picked up as soon as possible. If you are seeing that we have very less call volume, at that point of time you can release the agent for coaching, training for the product knowledge, that will help us again to get their product knowledge refreshed. So in that scenario, you have to be extra careful how to take the decision on the real-time basis to the agent schedules and what kind of decisions have to take in terms of keeping the business needs and the employee needs. After that, we have abandon rate, tracks the percentage of calls that are dropped before reaching an agent. Keeping this rate low is critical for customer satisfaction and is directly influenced by effective real-time monitoring. This indicates that as a real-time analyst, you need to track the percentage of calls that are being abandoned before reaching to the agent. It could be any kind of issues. We have very high call volume, any system issues or IT issues, and you need to have abandon rate very low. It means that all the calls of the customers are getting answered. If the abandon rate is going higher, so that will have negative impact on the company profitability and the revenue. Customers will be irritated and they will go to some different providers. Customer satisfaction would be down. So at that point of time, as a real-time analyst, you need to keep an eye on that. If you are seeing sudden spike in the abandon rate, you need to highlight immediately to the internal teams or to the leadership team to make highlighted, that can be checked upon as soon as possible and the right kind of action can be taken. You cannot ignore the abandon rate. As a real-time analyst, it is your responsibility just to make sure that all the calls of the customers can be answered as soon as possible. Any kind of negative impact or any kind of high abandon rate will directly impact the company business. After that, we have agent utilization, measures the efficiency of resources used. Real-time analyst monitor agent productivity and ensure that agents are neither underutilized nor overloaded. So basically, it means that whatever time agents are spending in the office, be it on the calls or coaching, training, or idle or avail time, so that will be part of the agent utilization. So at that point of time, how you can ensure that the agent utilization ratio should not be very high, should not be very low. As a real-time analyst, you need to keep an eye on that. That will help us to increase the agent productivity and ensure that agents are not having too much of work or not having very less amount of work. What kind of changes you can do to the schedule in order to ensure that this criteria can be met. If you are seeing high call volume, so you can hold the brakes. If you are seeing less call volume, you can release the agent for the coaching and training purpose for product knowledge. After that, we have intraday reporting accuracy. This means that timeliness and accuracy of intraday reporting, providing essential data on call volume trends, agent performance, and schedule adherence. If you are managing the real-time activities and if you do not have the reporting to support that, so your all real-time efforts will not be going in a very good way. So you need to have the reporting, certain reporting that will help us to monitor the situations, what kind of call trends, any kind of call arrival pattern, agent performance, schedule adherence. Our agents are adhering to the schedules. Are agents having any kind of problem in agent performance reports? They are not able to meet the certain criteria that has been set by the company. Any kind of unusual call trends. So all these things can be found out with the help of the good reporting. So you need to have very good understanding of the reporting also. If you're working as a real-time analyst, it could be your shrinkage report, it could be your interval wise adherence report, or any other report that will give the idea how the day is going on. After that, we have crisis management response. This evaluates the analyst's ability to respond effectively to unexpected events, such as sudden increase in call volume or technical issues. In case if we have a high call volume, any IT issues, system issues, as a real-time analyst, you need to highlight all these things to the internal teams, to the leadership team to make sure that right kind of action can be taken to mitigate the negative impact. If you are taking these things for granted, so that will affect the company profitability and the revenue. To ensure that all these things are reported timely, you need to keep an eye on that very carefully, and any kind of unusual data comes in, you need to highlight it immediately. This means that any kind of IT issues, system issues, or any sudden spike in the call volume that needs to be highlighted immediately to the leadership team, so the right kind of action can be taken in a timely manner. If you are seeing very high call volume, you can make changes to the schedules, you can hold the brakes, you can have SMEs, quality analyst, team leader on the calls. If you are seeing any kind of technical issues, you need to involve the IT team, you need to inform the client team that we are having technical issues, so we need to have some time off. After that, we have collaboration and communication. Reviews how effectively the real-time analyst communicates with supervisor and agents, especially when adjustments are needed. It means that you need to convey your message in a proper way to the leadership team, to the supervisor or the agents when you're trying to make any changes to their schedules. Generally, what happens that if you try to make changes to the schedule to the agents will not be very happy about it. At that point of time, your responsibility as a real-time analyst comes into place, how well you can communicate your responses to the supervisor and the agents, so the right kind of action can be taken and the changes in the schedule can be done to increase the service level and other client KPIs. What is the primary goal of workforce management scheduling in a call center? Your options are A. Minimizing agent breaks, B. Maximizing employee turnover, C. Aligning staff levels with forecasted workload, D. Randomly assigning tasks to agents. Please think for 5 seconds what could be the correct answer and mention in the comment section also. Correct answer for this question is option number C, aligning staff level with forecasted workload. So it says that whatever forecast we are expecting or we are anticipating in the near future. So we have to align the staff levels or the resources according to that. If we are predicting high call volume, so we have to have the staffing according to that. And the same goes for the lower forecast. So the forecasting and the aligning staff level is kind of very important to understand in scheduling. Now let's go to the next question what we have. Next question is that which term refers to the process of assigning specific tasks, shifts, or responsibilities to employees based on their skills and availability? Your options are A. Forecasting, option B. Scheduling, option C. Adherence, option D. Performance management. Correct answer for this question is option number B. In scheduling, we have all type of tasks are assigned. It could be any kind of shift preference from the agent, any responsibilities which are based according to the skill set and the availability, what kind of skill sets of the resources they have. Depending on that, their scheduling, their shift has to be aligned to ensure that right number of resources are available to handle the incoming workload, to maintain the service level and every speed of answer which has been set by the client. Next question is that what role does workforce scheduling play in optimizing call center operations? Your options are A. Analyzing historical data, B. Predicting future call volumes, C. Balancing staff levels with anticipated workload, D. Conducting agent training programs. Please think for 5 seconds what could be the correct answer. Correct answer of this question is option number C. Balancing staff levels with anticipated workload. To optimize the call center operations, scheduling in workforce management plays scheduling play very important role in call center or in company to maintain the good staff level with anticipated workload. If we are not sure that what kind of call volume we are expecting in the near future, so the staffing level would not be accurate, so that will be cost to the company. Overstaffing will cost to the company, understaffing will cost to the company. So it is very important to align the right number of resources after projecting what kind of forecast we are experiencing or we would be having in the near future. Let's go to the next question. Intraday management in the context of workforce scheduling refers to option A. Long-term strategic planning, option B. Adjustment made during the day to meet changing demands, option C. Employee performance reviews, option D. Forecasting future call volumes. Correct answer for this question is option B. Adjustment made during the day to meet changing demands. So first of all, we have to understand that what is intraday management. It says about whatever day-to-day activities happening on the real time. So that has to be managed very carefully to ensure that all the service level and the average speed of answer or answer percentage should be met, or any kind of adjustment need to be made according to the call volume that has to be made depending on the changing demands on the call volume. So the ultimate goal is that to make sure that all the KPIs that has been set by the client has to be met, that will help to maximize the profit for the company. Let's go to the next question. Which tool is commonly used for creating and managing workforce schedules? Your options are A. Customer relationship management, that is also called CRM. Option B. Enterprise resource planning software. Option C. Workforce management software. D. Project management tools. Correct answer for this question is option number C. Workforce management software. So it can include different kind of softwares being used in WFM. That could be your IEX, Variant, Calabrio, and there are lot of tools which are expected to be used in workforce management to make things easier, to avoid any complex situations, and all these things have to be done on the software to ensure that the data which is going to be projected in the future, that should be accurate and should be free from any kind of inaccuracy. So it is kind of very important to have the workforce management software to be used in a call center or in a company for the better results and the desired results which we are expecting to achieve. Next question is that what is the purpose of flexible scheduling options in workforce management? Your options are A, minimizing agent availability, option B, reducing workforce efficiency, option C, accommodating agent preferences while maintaining coverage, option D, ignoring agent preferences. Correct answer of this question is option C, accommodating agent preferences while maintaining coverage. So the purpose of flexible scheduling means that all the requests which we are getting from the employees, depending on the company goals and the employee satisfaction, we need to factor in the scheduling to make sure that we have the right number of resources available while aligning the agent preferences to maintain the good coverage throughout the day or throughout the week or month, depending on the scheduling you are doing. These things are very important to make sure that the employee satisfaction should be higher to create good work-life balance amongst employees. These things can create very positive environment for the employees, plus helping in maximizing the profit for company. Let's see the next question. Which metric measures the average time an employee spends working on tasks or calls in relation to their total logged in time? Your options are A, adherence rate, option B, absenteeism rate, option C, utilization rate, option D, turnover rate. Correct answer for this question is option C, utilization rate. It involves all the logged in time of the resources. It could be productive time, avail time, break time, coaching time. So these things included in the total logged in time, and with the help of that we can just get to know what kind of utilization rate being given by the resources. Next question we have, how does workforce scheduling contribute to customer satisfaction in a call center? Your options are A, by minimizing agent breaks, option B, by maximizing employee turnover, option C, by ensuring optimal staffing levels for timely and effective customer service, option D, by randomly assigning tasks to agents. Correct answer for this question is option number C. We need to have the optimal staffing levels for timely and for the effective customer services. By that way, we can just have the good scheduling. What is the primary goal of workforce management in a call center? Option A, to increase the number of calls handled per agent. Option B, to ensure the right number of agents are available at the right time. Option C, to reduce the average handling time of calls. Option D, to automate all customer interactions. Please think for 3 or 4 seconds, and if you know the answer, you can just mention in the comment section. Correct answer for this question is option number B, to ensure the right number of agents are available at the right time. It is the primary goal of workforce management real time analyst. If you are seeing sudden call spike, so you need to ensure that how you can fulfill the demand. With the help of staffing, you need to be having to answer the maximum calls within threshold. So these kind of techniques you need to have to increase the service level, reduce the average speed of answer, and increase the staffing. Primary goal of workforce management to have the right number of agents should be available at the right time with the right skill set. So all the customer calls can be answered as soon as possible without letting them on hold. That will also increase the customer satisfaction. Question number 2. Which of the following is not a component of shrinkage in a call center? Option A, breaks. Option B, training sessions. Option C, call handling time. Option D, absenteeism. Answer for this question is option number C, call handling time. Shrinkage will not have call handling time to be included. Breaks, training sessions, absenteeism will be part of in-office and out-of-office shrinkage, but call handling time will be part of average handle time, so it cannot be included into the shrinkage. Third question is, if a call center has a shrinkage rate of 25% and the base staff required is 40 agents, how many agents should be scheduled to account for shrinkage? Option A, 40, option B, 50, option C, 53, option D, 60. Answer for this question is 53. So the calculation goes adjusted staff equal to base staff divided by 1 minus shrinkage. So we have the base staff is 40 divided by 1 minus 25%. So that will be equal to 53 agents we need to have. Next question we have, which metric measures the percentage of calls answered within a specific time frame? Option A, average handling time. Option B, service level. Option C, first call resolution. Option D, occupancy rate. Answer for this question is option number B, service level. We know that service level is defined as call answered within threshold divided by total calls offered. So the threshold could be anything 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 60 seconds, depending on the client contract with the company. So it says that 80 or 90% of calls should be answered within 20 seconds, 30 seconds. If you are able to answer that, so these calls will be part of service level calls, and the calls which are not being answered within service level, that will be counted in the overall answered calls. After that, fifth question is, what is the formula for calculating occupancy rate in a call center? Option A, total talk time plus after call work divided by total logged in time. Option B, total calls handled divided by total agents. Option C, total talk time divided by total logged in time. Option D, service level divided by shrinkage rate. Answer for this question is option number A. So the formula for occupancy would be your total talk time, that includes your total talk time, your hold time plus your after call work divided by total logged in time. Suppose the shift is for 9 hours, and so in 9 hours, for how much time the agent is actually assisting the customers plus after call work only be included into the occupancy divided by total 9 hours. Suppose the total talk time plus after call work time is 7 hours and the total login time is 9 hours. So 7 divided by 9 would be your occupancy rate. In utilization, avail would be counted, but in occupancy, avail or idle time will not be counted. Next question we have, which of the following is a key benefit of real-time adherence monitoring in workforce management? Option A, it reduces the need for forecasting. Option B, it ensures agents are following their scheduled activities in real time. Option C, it eliminates the need for shrinkage calculations. Option D, it increases the average handling time. Answer for this question is option number B. So the benefit of real-time adherence is to make sure that agents are adhering to the schedule that has been given to them. Suppose the agent has been given break and lunches at certain time, so they should be going to the break and lunches according to that instead of going on their own. So this is kind of very critical for the call center. That will also help you to answer the maximum calls, increase the productivity, increase the efficiency. That will generate the more revenue for the company. So the adherence rate should always be more than 80%. You cannot expect 95 or 100% of adherence, because sometimes agent gets stuck on calls or chat. So the question here is that, what are the skills and experience that make someone suitable for the role of a scheduling analyst in a call center? So that kind of question can be asked in the interview. So the answer you may provide, the skills you need to have: analytical skills, ability to analyze data and trends to make informed scheduling decisions, proficiency in using analytical tools and software such as Excel, SQL, and workforce management system. You need to have analytical skills. You need to know how to work on Excel, and you need to be aware of the workforce management system. Second one is that attention to details, accuracy in creating and managing schedules to ensure adequate staffing levels. Next is thoroughness in monitoring adherence and making adjustment as necessary. So you need to keep a close eye on the schedule, what you are preparing. So you need to make sure that you have the right number of people, the right number of resources available during the intervals to avoid any, missing out on service level or answer performance. After that, you can say that communication skills, clear and effective communication with team members, managers, and other stakeholders, ability to convey scheduling requirements and changes to agents. You need to have very good understanding that what you are trying to convey to the different team members, to the different stakeholders, or your internal leadership team. So you need to be very clear about that. Next, we have problem solving skills, identifying and resolving scheduling conflicts and inefficiencies, adapting to changing call volumes and other unexpected events. You need to have very good understanding how you can solve the problem if you foresee in the near future, or if you see on the real time basis, you need to make adjustment to the scheduling of the agents, and you have to changing the schedule depending on the call volume and other unexpected events. After that, you can say time management, prioritizing tasks and managing time effectively to meet deadlines, balancing short-term and long-term scheduling needs. You need to know that what tasks need to be prioritized first, and on the basis of that, you have to convey the message to your team, to the leadership team. So that will definitely help us to manage all these things effectively and balance out the short-term and the long-term scheduling needs. After that, we have technical proficiency, familiarity with workforce management tools such as IEX, NICE, Variant, or other WFM software, understanding of telephony system and call routing principles. You need to have good understanding of any of the software that is being used in the call center or in a company. It could be IEX, Variant, or other software. If you have good understanding, you can make adjustment in the tool. Apart from that, you need to have the good understanding of telephony system in which the calls are being routed to different agent depending on the skill set. Next, you can say that knowledge of call center operations, understanding call center metrics such as service level, average handle time, occupancy, and shrinkage, awareness of call center dynamics and how scheduling impacts performance. You need to know that what do you mean by average handle time, occupancy, shrinkage, attrition, how you can make changes to the schedules. If you know that, the things will be easier for you, and you need to aware of the call center dynamics, how the scheduling can impact the performance if you have understaffing or overstaffing. So these things will definitely have impact on that. After that, the experience, you can say that to be a scheduling analyst, workforce management experience, previous experience in workforce management, specifically in scheduling roles within a call center environment, hands-on experience with forecasting, scheduling, and real-time management. So this is the thing you can say that when someone is asking you what experience you need to have to be scheduling analyst. After that, you can say data analysis and reporting, experiencing in analyzing call center data and generating reports to support scheduling decisions, ability to interpret data and provide actionable insights. You need to provide the very good insight. Once you are looking at the data, you need to have the ability to interpret the data properly and efficiently without any kind of glitch. And what kind of changes you can say that make to the scheduling that will definitely have impact on the staffing level. Then you have call center operations, experience working in or closely with call center operations, understanding the impact of staffing on call center performance metrics, what kind of impact you can have if you miss out on anything. So you can also say that software proficiency, practical experience with WFM software for scheduling, forecasting, and adherence monitoring, proficiency in using Excel for data analysis and reporting. So you need to know the kind of software being used in the company. Plus, you need to have good understanding of the Excel, of the different formulas in Excel to get your outcome, how to analyze the data, and how you can adhere to the schedule changes that will have impact on the scheduling process. The example statement, you can say that the answer could be, I have over 5 years of experience in workforce management within the call center industry. My analytical skills, attention to details, proficiency with WFM tools like IEX and Excel have enabled me to create efficient schedules that optimize staffing levels and improve service delivery. I'm skilled at interpreting data and generating reports that provide actionable insight. After that, you can say that my ability to communicate effectively and work with the team members and stakeholders has been key to resolving scheduling conflicts and adapting to changing call volumes. My knowledge of call center metrics and operations, combined with my technical proficiency and problem solving abilities, make me a strong candidate for the scheduling analyst role. So, this could be the answer. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe and share for more.